Eugene, you are messy as hell. Drop the beat. What's going on, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for another review of the Circle ATL. Child, I am over a week late with this review because the episode came out while I was in Tennessee with my family celebrating my cousin's birthday. And this entire week, I've been slow with getting reviews out, slow with getting out Yes for the Mess videos and shit like that, because I've been trying to get rest but still working all at the same time. So I gotta do the Circle and Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and then get my gossip videos out, then I'll be completely caught up, okay? It's been a chore getting caught up, but I'm here. So we're going to pick up where we left off from the last episode where Rico Cassadine, Tevin, and Mulatto, they had their conversation. And apparently at this point, Rico and Tevin just going to have to agree to disagree. Tevin don't see it the way Rico sees it, and Rico definitely don't see it the way that Tevin sees it. And that's just that on there. They can just move on. But Rico and Mulatto did come to an understanding, which I'm glad that they did. As you guys already know, me and Jamar interviewed Mulatto last Wednesday. We interviewed Mulatto. Pretty good interview. My energy was very low because I was tired of shit, but either way we got through it. But I'm glad that Rico and Mulatto came to a certain point, because I thought that whole situation was just ridiculous. I thought that it really wasn't that deep, and I thought that Mulatto was putting 10 on 20 at that time, and even she said it in the interview that looking back it really wasn't that serious, you know what I mean? So we get into Martell, Rico, and Eugene. They're in the studio, and as you guys already know, Remy Martell is a rapper, and you know, he wants Rico and Eugene to hop on a record. Now Rico was like, you know, I'm in the studio with, you know, Martell, and people be comparing us, and I don't know why they compare us. And I'm like, Lord have mercy, if Rico ain't gonna do nothing, he gonna give you some good shade. I'm telling you the truth. But they start discussing the drama that happened at the brunch. And, you know, it's pretty clear that Martell is Team Jewel. It's apparent that he's Team Jewel. He felt as though Melly B really wasn't trying to hear what Jewel had to say. It was all about him attacking her, all about him making her look bad on camera. I wouldn't say that it was about him making her look bad, but I do think that he did not give her the opportunity to really speak her piece, because Melly B spoke his piece and then some and then some and then some. But Jewel was just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna keep talking about it. That's the way I saw it, you know what I'm saying? And they, you know, went in the studio. They did, I think they hopped on a song called All Night or something like that, till the night. Something is, I know it got something to do with night. But Eugene and Rico put some nasty shit on the verse, and you know, Eugene and Rico met Martell's boyfriends and shit like that. They came to support, and Rico was like, no tea, no shade, you ain't hear that from me, but the one with the afro was kind of cute. And I was looking at the TV like, he is kind of cute now. He is. You know, he gives me that vibe of The Weeknd. You know, that singer The Weeknd, he gives off that kind of vibe to me. But then when Rico was in the booth doing his verse, he was like, oh, y'all weren't expecting me to say all that, because Rico was getting in real nasty. He wanted to put his little Trina on the song. And then he was like, and I just wanted to, you know, if I'm going to get in the studio, I'm going to do my thing. And also to let Martell know, you still want it. And I'm like, now, this episode was full of circle chats. And I ain't gonna lie, I was sick of seeing all them damn circle chats. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, okay, can we get more scenes with them in person? What, like, why are they doing a bunch of circle chats? But it could have been because of the damn pandemic. That could be why. But Melly B invited Mulatto to a barbecue. Then the next thing you know, Rico Cassadine and Dante comes on the call, and they're trying to figure out who it is that they can invite to the barbecue. Now, Mega Body is a no. Only because, you know, Mulatto was like, well, when she first met Mega Body, he was very standoffish with her. Like, she got this weird energy from him. And, you know, they don't really know him like that, so they're not going to invite him. Tevin, they don't want to invite him to the barbecue, but they'll invite him to Trap Bingo so he won't feel left out. Eugene is fairly new, so he has no problem with inviting Eugene, even though they didn't appreciate Eugene trying to force the conversation with Jewel and Melly B. Alyssa comes on the call, and she did say that she is coming to speed dating. Melly B said he could be around Jewel, but he ain't with her bullshit at speed dating, and that's just what it is. So Melly B calls Eugene and invites him to the barbecue, and Eugene said, well, who's all coming? Is everybody gonna be there? Melly B was like, no, it's pretty much everybody on my side of the table. And Eugene was like, you know, he was pretty taken aback by that whole my side of the table thing. And I was just like, yeah, I totally understand why he would be, you know, kind of taken aback by that. So then Eugene and Martell and Jewel, they get on a circle chat. And Eugene apologizes to Jewel for putting her in that predicament that he put her in at brunch by trying to make her talk to Melly B at that time. And he blames himself for that whole big blow up between the two of them. Jewel is over it. She don't give a fuck about Melly B at this point. And I know that Melly B don't give a fuck about her. So it's just like they're both not giving a fuck about each other pretty much. So then Eugene tells them about this barbecue that Melly B is having. Now, he tells them that only his side of the table is invited, and Eugene and Martell mentioned that he was not invited to the barbecue because he was sitting on Jewel's side of the table. And Eugene said, and Jewel said, you were sitting on my side of the table too. And Eugene was like, well, maybe it's because I'm fairly new to the situation. That's why they went on and invited me to the barbecue. But I don't see why anybody would have an issue. Martell, I think that you should come. And Martell was like, well, was I invited? And then he was like, you wasn't invited, but I don't think you should, you know, I don't think it should be a problem for you to be there. And I'm just like, why shouldn't it be a problem for him to be there? Why? Because at the end of the day, Melly B did not invite Remy Martell to this shindig for a reason. So it would be an issue for him to be there because he wasn't supposed to be there. See, you just don't invite nobody to somebody else's house. See, when somebody invites me somewhere, I don't just invite somebody to their shit. You know what I mean? If they didn't say we could have a +1, I'm not inviting them. And if they did say I could have a +1, I'm not inviting nobody that they don't fuck with to their house. It's a sacred space. Why would I invite them to their house? Period. Or anything that's having anything to do with them. So yes, Eugene was being messy as hell. Jewel said she wasn't coming. Period. She wasn't coming to Melly B's house. Understood, she don't fuck with him. Why would she come? So then Melly B calls up Tevin, and he invites Tevin to Trap Bingo off the strength of Mulatto. And Tevin was like, well, thank you for inviting me because of Mulatto. And I'm like, oh, Lord have mercy. The shade is just amazing. Tevin is a mess, but they don't have no problems. He just doesn't want Tevin to feel left out of anything. You know what I mean? They already invited most of the people on their side of the table. Tevin wasn't on their side of the table, so they didn't invite him, but they invited him to Trap Bingo. We get to Melly B's barbecue. Everybody's having a good time. Eugene arrives with Martell. And once Martell comes, he's given a cold shoulder. He gets this weird energy. Nobody wants him there because he wasn't invited. And if I was Martell, I wouldn't have showed the fuck up. I would have never came. Honestly, I never would have came. I ain't mad with Melly B for not inviting him because he has the right to invite whoever the fuck he wants to his shit. It's just the fact that for me, if a bitch didn't invite me to their party, what the fuck I look like coming to their damn party and they ain't invite me? That's ridiculous to me. I ain't no way in hell I'd be coming to somebody's shit and they ain't invite me. And then I come and they give me these dirty looks, cold shoulders. Bitch, I came with Eugene, but bitch, Atlanta got plenty of lifts around here. Bitch, Lyft. Can this Lyft come pick me up? Lyft. Because I ain't got time. Period. I ain't got time. I ain't got time for the bullshit. Period. Mulatto gives him the cold shoulder when he speaks. And I was watching this and I'm just like, what the fuck? But there was some shit that went down behind the scenes that we did not see. So a lot of this stuff that's going on with Martell and the cast, a lot of it did not happen on camera. A lot of stuff happened when they were not filming. A lot of shit happened off camera. So that's why it's confusing, because there's some shit that happened off camera. So now I understand why Martell was given a cold shoulder. Martell calls Tevin on FaceTime to vent to him about everybody treating him a certain type of way. Tevin was like, well, I wasn't invited and I ain't coming. You know what I mean? I wasn't invited. So, you know, Martell is mad. He said, I don't have to be here. I could go home. And I'm looking at him like, you keep saying it, but you still here. So if you don't want to be here amongst all of the bullshit, then just take your ass home. Honestly, Remy Martell, take your ass home. Like, real shit. And you know I like you, but I gotta keep it a buck here. Like, bitch, I wouldn't have showed up no way. Real talk, I wouldn't have showed up anyway. Motherfucker didn't invite me. You think I'm coming? Hell no. Hell the fuck no. I'm not coming, bitch. Period. Eugene would have came by his goddamn self because Scotty wouldn't have showed the fuck up. Motherfuckers don't invite me. I ain't coming. Period. You know I ain't coming at all. Like, I don't even like coming to shit that people. Half the time I don't like coming to shit folks invite me to. I don't even like being around a bunch of people. So it is what it is. So fuck that. I wouldn't have showed the fuck up at all anyway. Don't come and then you see the vibes and then you stay there for over an hour and you calling people to complain about it. Ain't no need of complaining. One dirty look I get, I'm gone. I don't need to be around a bunch of bitches that don't like me. Because I just feel like at any point, if a bitch don't like me, you just got low self-esteem. If you don't like me, bitch, you just got low self-esteem. Because I'm way too cool for you not to like me. So it is what it is. Cash De Niro arrives. And this is his first time being amongst the group, pretty much. And Rico just feels like at this point, Martell, if you're gonna stay at the party, there's no need for you to complain. Either you stay or you don't. Just go. And it's to be continued, child. So that was pretty much my review of this last week's episode of the Circle ATL. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Also, be sure to click that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I get videos out. Also, be sure to follow me on social media. Twitter and IG will be in the description box down below. Now I gotta watch and review Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and then after that it's nothing but gossip videos. And then, you know, later on tonight it's the Whether You Like It or Not panel for all things Housewives of Potomac. With that being said, you guys, I am out of here until my next video. I'll holler at you later. Peace out.
We can always find our way to a fun moment, even in the shady bunch.